What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another predicted lineup video. It feels like the most irrelevant predicted lineup video we've ever done with this whole madness of the Super League going on and stuff like that. Do we know if this game's relevant or not? Do we want to get top four? I mean, I have no clue what's going on at the moment.
Yeah, it's madness of what's going on in the football world right now. It's crazy to think we actually have a game to go and to go on tomorrow night, and to think like, could it even does it matter? It could matter and it couldn't matter at the same time. So I don't know what I want, but I guess we just got to keep following the games before we know if everything's finalised. I guess.
Yeah.
What else can we do?
Yeah, obviously Ryan Mason's first game in charge, the youngest ever Premier League manager, which is going to make this predicted lineup difficult to predict, really. I mean, when we had Jose as manager, I mean, we could kind of more or less predict the lineup, and I think we got it right a lot of times under Jose Mourinho. But look, we're going to try it. I think team news is just as we were, isn't it?
Kane, well, obviously Kane is out. He'd fight a race against time to be fit for the final. Looks unlikely at this point, but we'll see. So he's out, and then Davis and Doherty are also both out. But other than that, no new injuries.
Yeah, no, 100%. Let's get into the lineup then. We're going for a 4-2-3-1 formation. In goal, going to be the captain, obviously Hugo Lloris. Right back, the only fit right back in the squad is Serge Aurier, so he's going to start right back. Left back is the only fit left back in the squad, which is Reguilon.
So that's the easy ones?
Yeah, that's the easy ones out of the way. Now, the centre-back positions. I mean, Joe Rodon's just had a long, nice, extended run in the team without letting anyone down, really. Sanchez, Dyer, Toby. But we're feeling it's going to be Toby and Dyer. Yeah,
we've gone for Toby and Dyer. I think just because they're the most senior members of the team, and maybe Mason will rely on that, given his inexperience and given how young he is. Maybe he'll have a few experienced heads. Obviously, he was teammates with both of them as well. He knows them well, and maybe he trusts them more than other players. So we're thinking Toby and Dyer will be the ones he picks on Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. So back five, we're going to go for Lloris in goal, Aurier right back, Reguilon left back with Toby and Dyer as the centre-back positions. In the double pivot, we're going to keep it Jose Mourinho and Højbjerg alongside Tanguy Ndombele.
Yeah, there's a chance you can bring in someone like Winks, who obviously he knows well and he played with, and maybe he relates to quite a lot because he has a similar role to him. But we're going to go with Ndombele and Højbjerg just because they've been consistent. Ndombele has so much talent as well that we need him in there. And Højbjerg, I think, is a very vital part of the team. So I think that he's going to stick with them.
Do you think it's a bit telling that Tanguy has had some off performances recently in the last few weeks or so? He didn't come out and say anything about Jose Mourinho. Do you think that's a bit telling?
Does he have social media, Tanguy?
Tanguy, yeah.
I can't on Instagram.
He's got Instagram, yeah.
Probably. Maybe it's a bit telling. I think he definitely improved under Jose. So, it's no secret they had a tense relationship. But I think at the end of the day, I think he probably owes quite a bit to Jose and how he's improved. So
yeah, but I think of late he hasn't been that good. Hasn't been as good as he was.
That's true. So maybe there is something to that. Yeah.
So that's double pivot, Højbjerg and Ndombele. Now it gets interesting. Obviously, on the left hand side, we're going to go for Heung-min Son. That's the easy one out of the way. Now it gets really difficult because in the cam position, you got Lo Celso, you got Lucas, you got Lamela, but we're going to go for Dele Alli to make a return.
We're going to go for Dele to come back in. I think he's going to put an arm around the shoulder for Dele. He's going to tell him, look, I trust you, I want you in this team, and I want you back to your best. And they were teammates back when Mason was playing. He knows how good Dele can be. So I think he's going to put Dele back in the team for this one.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, and I back Dele to put in a strong performance as well. Right hand side, we're going to go and put Gareth Bale back in. Obviously, when Gareth Bale was at Tottenham, Ryan Mason was coming through the youth, so they do know each other quite well. And I think that Ryan Mason has been quite vocal, not since he's become manager, but in the past about Gareth Bale being an absolutely top player.
Yeah, and I think Mason will look at the possibility of bringing Bale back into the team and getting that feel-good factor back in for everyone, which having Bale in the team does. So I think he puts Bale in for this game as well. And as well, like Bale being that superstar, I know Mason is going to want to stand for his authority and make sure he's not being overawed by a lot of the senior players, but I think at the beginning, he will give most of the senior players more chances in the team at first. So,
well, we say at the beginning, he only got 7 games.
I know, but that's what it is. So I think he's going to choose Bale for this one.
Yeah. And then up top, we're going to go for Carlos. Vinicius.
I personally think he'll go Son up front and he'll maybe play a Lucas or a Bergwijn on the left. But we are going to go in the pretty line for Carlos Vinicius just because we know for sure that I think Son will play up front on the final. So maybe Carlos will get a run out in this game to see how it goes.
Yeah, I got a feeling he will play Carlos. That's why we've gone for it. I feel like he is the only recognised striker in the squad, and I feel like he will just give him a go just to see how he gets on. So that is our lineup. Let me just run through it one more time. So that's Lloris in goal, Aurier right back, Reguilon left back, Dyer and Toby in the centre back positions, Højbjerg and Ndombele in the midfield, Son on the left, Bale on the right, Dele in the middle with Vinicius up top. What scoreline are you going for?
I'm going to go for 2-1 to Spurs.
2-1 Spurs. Who's going to score?
I'm going to go for Bale and Dele.
Bale and Dele. I'm going 3-1.
3-1.
I'm going 3-1, and I'm going to go for Son to get 2 and Bale to get 1.
Let's see if it matters.
Let's see if it matters.
Hopefully
but look,
it does.
You got to support the team. You got to protest against the hierarchy, protest against the Super League. But I do think it's important to keep your faith.
It's hard to separate the team to the owners, but I think we have to try our best to do that and try our best. You know, it's not Mason's fault. This is happening. All the players' fault. It's all down to Levy and Enoch and all the top 6, all the top 12 owners in this Super League. So, as much as it is hard to separate those two entities, we have to try our best because we don't want to turn into we don't want it to turn into something really ugly where we're blaming people who are not to blame. So let's try and get behind the team and see what happens in the future.
I think it's important as well to direct our kind of protest and anger at the right people, and directing that at the team and at Ryan is just not the way to go about it. It's just not. You need to direct it at the board, direct it at the leaders of the Super League, Florentino Perez and the Man U, what's his name? Joel Glazer. So I think it's important to point your anger at those kind of people instead of the team and instead of the management at Tottenham Hotspur, and we see where we go. Because look, it's not fully sealed. We've heard a few murmurings today that Daniel Levy might be thinking about pulling out. We don't know how true it is. Hopefully it is true, but I can't see it being true, to be honest. I really can't. But at least there's some sort of positive rumours coming out. Obviously, we don't know. But I call on all Spurs fans to get down to the stadium tomorrow, get down to Wembley on Sunday and show everyone, show the world what you really think of this Super League. But keep the 90 minutes sacred. Keep the 90 minutes of supporting the team. That's what I want to say. So, yeah, there you have it. That is our predicted lineup. Let me know in the comment section below who you think Ryan will go with tomorrow night. Come and join us for our live watch along tomorrow. Kickoff is at 6 p.m. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, say no to the Super League.
No to the Super League.